Now here with all these home games coming up. Is everybody excited about that?
Yeah, I think this game tomorrow tags with the road trip. I think it's in a continuation of the 2 weeks, right? We're about at 6 games in 11.5 days. So we come out of that, and then, I mean, I've never seen a month where you have one road game and it's an hour down the road by plane. So it'll be an opportunity for sure, and we've paid for that opportunity in full with the schedule that we've run. So I'm going to get into that game tomorrow, and you've got 3 days coming off it to get some rest and get a good feeling. Yeah. No, right in the middle of it. Go ahead, anytime. Jump in. Okay, that's too many men on the ice right there. All right, here we go.
How do you combat, though, sometimes these long home stands? Long road trips get stale.
Well, first of all, I'm mindful of that, right? And we're talking about that. What are the things that we need to change to keep that energy level right? The driver, though, for this will be the situation that we're in. We're fighting for our players with like 5 or 6 other teams, right? And none of those teams felt that they would be. So there's lots of pressure there. There's lots of energy. So we're hopeful that, I don't really want to use that word. We're aware of the fact that this is going to be unusual. I don't ever remember it. I'm not sure anybody else ever has had this situation before. So we've had some unusual situations, and in the part that our schedule that I thought was the most egregious, I think we came together and kind of found ourselves. So we've got to look at this block at home. It could be really good for us that we can get rest, get practice time, stay sharp. But that's, kind of coaches and leadership. We got to get that done. We got to get them right.
Well, some teams have had to go through it, but because there were circumstances, the Islanders didn't have a building.
Right.
Things like that, Arizona.
Yeah.
This is just weird.
You're never getting a perfect schedule, right? It's weird that, Arizona, the teams that didn't have buildings have gone through us. We're pretty sure we got one. Opportunity to learn something about home, maybe do something different, change warm-ups, change the rotation of our day schedule, go heavy off, heavy on, kind of thing like that. So we're gonna look at all that. We've got a whole group of people that we hired, team performance people that'll have an input on that, and we'll get lots of data on these guys and just make sure their legs are right and their minds are right going into these games.
And Radko Gudas back out there today.
Yep, ready to go.
Good to go.
Yep.
Sam Bennett not out there.
Yeah, but I think we're at the point, and this is schedule based. If it wasn't an afternoon game, if you had a morning skate to test it, we consider it. Probably going to hold him tomorrow, unless I've got to go back in and talk to the trainer. So he skated before us, so he got a good tug today. We'll see how he is. There is a possibility, but boy, those 3 days off, and then you could kind of not worry about it again. That seems to be the smarter play.
And what are we calling this? Upper body, lower body?
Lower. Yeah.
Sam Reinhart just mentioned rest is such a valuable commodity, especially at this point in the season.
Yeah.
And that's what he thinks is maybe the greatest advantage of being home for so many games in this final stretch. Is that what you see as the greatest advantage? If not, what in your opinion is the greatest advantage of having so many games at home?
That, sleeping in your own bed, right? Time zone changes, getting off the plane at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's part of our life specific to us, not so much teams in the East. So there is a bump there for sure, right? You can get healthier on that. We still found a way to get 2 blocks of 4-game weeks at the end of March. I appreciate that opportunity. But this month right now, we have an opportunity to come out and play hard every night. There are scheduled, I don't know if there's scheduled losses, but there are games on your schedule that you're not going to have any legs whatsoever. So you're looking for a big night of goalie, a big night of special teams. We are now at the opposite end of that spectrum, and we should be able to have legs and drive every night.
2 more injury check-ins. Anthony Duclair, any updates there?
Yeah, he went real hard a couple days ago, a little bit stiff. I don't think it's not a setback, whatever. It's what we expect to happen with it. So we're just kind of, when we put him on the ice, we want him to be and feel at 100% every time. So if we push him really hard, it may take a day or 2 before he gets back on the ice. I don't think it's changed. He's still been kind of shooting for that Buffalo game. But he's going to have to be able to get through 2 hard days here this week to get into the Buffalo game.
Like we started, the benefits of all this practice time is, I'm sure he's one of the biggest beneficiaries.
Yeah, I mean, we went, from November straight through to the end of December. I mean, we probably had 1 or 2 real practices. So now we'll get into some time where we can get back-to-back, push guys hard, push them, and then come off them the next day, and it's not a game day the following. So got lots of opportunity to get healthier.
And Patrick Hornquist, we still see him around the building. We hear him, cheering the
he's
guys
involved.
on. Yeah.
What he's doing right now is he's the guy that pushes the Duclairs of the world. If we have an injury, you get to skate with Hornquist, and that usually heals guys up real fast, right? Because you got to keep up to him. If you can keep up to Patrick, you can play. But Patrick's not an option for us.
you said Duke is looking forward to Friday against Buffalo. Are you? I mean, do you think that's realistic?
It's possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll move him. We can move him now to day in my mind. We'll see if we're going to push him again this week. If it's sore, then he won't. We just got to wait. He's not going into a game with any kind of liability with that Achilles. So and we still have to push him. So they're happy with the healing. We'll see.
Thank you.
Thank you.